Hey everyone, we're here with Dom from Fulci. If you don't know him, you are missing out. Fantastic Italian death metal. Um, Dom, appreciate you hanging out with me today. Love the new album.
Thank you so much, Tom. Hello, everybody.
So, Duck Face Killing.
hmm
What a
Yeah,
what a fantastic name. I love the artwork on it.
yeah, we too. It's it's amazing. I mean, it's super sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. So, you guys are new-ish to me. Um, like I don't know, probably 6 or 8 months ago, I was at a show and someone had a Fulci shirt, and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" So I started digging in, and then Duckface Killings is coming out, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, this is freaking awesome!" Um,
cool.
so
Where are you from?
I live in Kentucky in the U.S.
Nice, beautiful. I've never been there. I hope to come soon there.
Yeah. Do you guys have plans to come and tour the States at all?
Yes, we will tour. Actually, I think the whole US between November and December because we will take part at this Devastation on the Nation tour with Morbid Angel, Suffocation, and many other bands.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we will be in Kentucky, but for sure we'll be around there.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like so typically like we miss a lot of shows. They go all the way around us. But Nashville's not far, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, St. Louis, Detroit, Chicago, all those are pretty close. So that
Yeah,
Devastation of the Nation will be a very, very sick like tour.
yeah, I got you. We are in Italy. We two are out of the map when bands come to tour the Europe. You know, they always tour Central Europe. They never come
Yeah,
in Italy. You know, and
I
so we have
know.
to move to watch shows. You know, and I'd like to come in Kentucky. I'm a huge fan of KFC, so it's one of my favorite foods. So
That's funny. Not here. It like we don't like it.
No. Okay, I got you.
It's funny though. So you know what I hear about KFC is it's so good everywhere else in the world, and here it's like trash. Like, no. Well,
Okay.
here's the deal that I'll make you. You guys, I'll come to a show. I will take you out and we'll hit KFC.
Okay. We sounds like a plan.
Rock
Thank
and
you.
roll. Yeah. Um, so get out of like for you, when you started like getting interested in music, who were some of the artists that really drove you like, oh man, I really want to play because this is just so kick ass.
Yeah, hard to say. I don't know. But you know, many bands like the first things I listened to was like Machine Head, Obituary, Life of Agony, um, all the let's say golden era of the Roadrunner record, like the second half of the 90s, and even you know like the beginning of 2000 with the relapse record releases like Dying Fetus, Nile, Cephalic Carnage, all that kind of extreme music, you know, was like a huge inspiration to, you know, buy a guitar and start to play.
Yeah. That was such a great time for heavy music, you know, because it was
Mm.
it seemed like everything was on the cutting edge, and it made you just like, oh shit, like what can I come up with? Like, because that's so cool, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Good times, yeah, good band. You know, we have a lot of good bands during the years, but that kind of period for me is my favorite, like between 90s and 2000.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was there was a lot of I feel like the artists there, because they were so cutting edge, it was so inspirational to so many other people also, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Seven Dust back then was they were fantastic. And I'll be honest, I kind of fell off and don't listen to them anymore. Uh, but then you get into, Nile and Cephalic Carnage and all those bands, and it's just like, holy shit, people can do that.
Yeah, man. Very
That's
nice. I like the attitude, you know. Every band was doing what they like, you know. They didn't care about rules, you know.
yeah, yep,
And this is what we like to do, you know. We don't care about rules. We don't have any rules, you know. As long as it makes sense for us, we will do that no
yeah.
matter what.
Well, and I think that's the beauty of like heavy music, because there essentially are no rules. You just you got a heavy ass breakdown or some thunderous like double bass just pounding away. It's like, oh, oh shit, makes you like it wakes you up and makes you like, it punches you in the face. You're gonna go today. You're like, okay, okay. So duck face killings, like that is such a solid piece of work from start to finish. Uh Holy shit, so good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are very proud of the result. We've been working a lot on this new album, and we are very proud of it.
Yeah, should be. Absolutely. Um who, how long did it take you guys to write it, and then, what was the recording process like for you?
Yeah, it started like 2 years ago, to put down just some ideas. You know, we it was a period we were playing a lot, many shows. We were always touring around Europe, Italy, US. We've been in South Africa also. We were touring a lot, but during mm, these 2 years, you know, we put down like ideas, uh, and we did like pre-production, uh, like one year ago,
Hmm.
and we were used to play with a drum machine before this album came out. So we always played with using a computer, not even a real drummer. And also the previous albums were recorded with using a digital drum machine. So this time, you know, we started to play with this guy that actually now is in the band, and he's a very good drummer, and he actually fit very good in the attitude and concept of the band. So we decided to propose him to record this album, you know, and you know, there was a little bit of delay because we have to start again with him, rearranging the songs, you know, changing some things to take advantage of the real drumming.
Yeah.
But in the end, it worth it because the result now is it's really amazing, really much better than the pre-production we did. So you know, in last January, we recorded drums and all the instruments, vocals, and then we entrusted the mastering to Arthur Ritz. He worked with the best in the game, you know, with Bloody Gadation, with Soulfly, many other bands and artists, and you know he pumped the sound a lot. So that's it. You know, we gave the mastering to 20 Backspin Record, and you know it's our first album released by this label,
Mhm.
and we are, you know, we feel very comfortable with them. I mean, the relationship is very good, very, you know, simple, without, you know, any tension. So we feel like at home now.
Yeah.
So we are very satisfied of everything about this album, and as you say, the artwork is sick. When we asked the West to work on it, and he told us, "Oh yeah, of course, if it's Lucio Fulci, it's an honor for me to make something like that, and he did a very good job. It was not easy, but he did like an artwork that is in between album death metal album cover, but also like a movie poster,
Yeah.
so that's what I really really like. Very nice.
Yeah, it's super good. It displays really, really well, like it's almost like you guys should make a movie poster of just that cover art and sell that.
Yeah. I'm thinking about that. I would like to do something more movie related.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be super cool. So, it's funny how like you guys historically had done the digital drummer, and with this album you've got like the real drummer, and like just a slight shift in sound, right? Which isn't like, it's not crazy. It's very organic. It feels, just overall feels really well put together. So, for you guys with the new drummer in the studio, um, how do you feel that, that fit and went for you guys overall?
Actually, not much has changed because Edo, the drummer, is like a human drum machine. Man, he's so precise. He's so good, and um actually he didn't need even a trigger on the drum when he recorded that, because the all the shots on the snare were like gunshots.
Yeah.
So we were very proud of him, and also he understood very good, very well the concept of the band, and this kind of connection between death metal and Italian horror movies. So actually, in the process, not so much has changed, but as you say, the result is more, is more puffy, is more, there is more groove, there is something more, that
Yeah.
gives these songs like, in my opinion, like something more than the previous album we did.
Yeah. Well, I have to agree, right? And it's um, of course in a digital world it's really easy to completely structure a song and make that happen. But when you bring in live people to do the instruments, it might not think it, but there's a slight change there. It's more organic. It feels really live, and because as perfect as someone is, there's going to be something, when you listen back to it, you're like, oh shit, like that, I could have did that better. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's something different. But I really still like when bands play with a drum machine, because I'm a huge fan of Mortisian, and when we started to play, we were inspired by the fact that for many albums they used, and even on many live shows they used the drum machine,
Hmm.
and it's sick. It's something more, it's something different, but I still like that. Also, during the years, the using of the drum machine gave us something to think about, because when we played, we had someone missing on stage. Actually, there was no drummer, so
Yeah.
we were just me, the guitar, the bass guitar, and the singer. So, and there was something missing. So from that missing, we had this idea to use a movie screen behind our back when we were playing, screening the like the movies from Lucio Fulci.
Oh yeah.
So and when we played, every light was switched off. There was dark. There was just candles, and this movie behind our back, and then we started to play. So there was like a kind of atmosphere, like a horror experience, that with a real drummer, maybe we never think about that.
Right.
So I think having have used the drum machine during the years gave us something uh, different, to make the difference between other death metal bands. So when we started to play in a festival, for example, you really understand, oh, this is Fulci because everything is dark and there is a movie behind, so this is Fulci, you cannot go wrong.
No, and that's a really cool thing too, to have that as a concept, because how often do we go to shows and that actually happen? It's typically you go there, you see the band perform, and you know, I love, I love bands, so to see them perform is great, but to have the experience where all the lights go out, you've got a horror movie playing on the back and some candles, like that is an all-encompassing experience, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. It's like yeah, a very full experience.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you all planning, even with the new drummer, are you all planning to continue that with the movie playing in the background and candles and the atmosphere?
We are trying to do that. It's not easy because the logistic on the stage is very messy now.
Yeah.
But we are working on that. We are trying to keep the video elements on the stage in some way, and also the lightings, and we want to keep this kind of trademark that make the difference. So
Yeah.
and we love this kind of multi-sensorial experience. So we want to work on that, on video, on the lighting, on the visual effects. But it's not easy. So we need more budget. We need more, bigger stage, and we're working on that. We hope to achieve a great show without,
Millions of
cancel
dollars.
the video. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Of course.
You're
Yeah, we
like,
are not Metallica. We're not
yeah.
big as pop music artists.
Yeah, not yet, give it time. You keep
Yeah,
this.
maybe we will be the next Taylor Swift, maybe.
Yes. That's the next album, the next Taylor Swift killings. That's so funny. I mean, you never know though, right? Because like we look at, we look at all these death metal bands. I mean, shit, Cannibal Corpse now are they're I feel like they're, of course, bigger than they've ever been, and I'm used to see them in smaller clubs, and now I'm seeing them in these huge venues, which is like, holy shit.
Yeah, and they deserve it. I think it's one of my favorite band, and during the years they did like a great job, like improving every album, and they never sell out, and they keep their attitude, and their sound became like violent every album. So I think it's one of the best band in the music in general, not only in the death metal scene.
Agreed. Yeah. Always a, they're always super nice to talk to, and their show is, I mean, it's, what you're getting with every album, what you're getting with every show. It's just really fucking good, and it sounds like you all are absolutely on that path also.
I hope so, man. I hope.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
I talked to a couple of people that have seen you guys, and they're like, I'm like, hey, do you know this band? They're like, man, you got to fucking see them. They are so good. I'm like, all right, like I'm I'm into it.
Thank
So,
you.
um, the Devastation of Nation, October, November, are you guys also like before that or after that going through like Europe and Australia and doing the whole world?
Yes, we're trying to have just spot shows in Europe. Like we will do one in Germany, three shows in UK, Scotland, and a couple of shows in Italy. And then we're working to make like a European tour in February, and then moving in Asia, like Japan and maybe Australia by the end of 2025. You know,
Right on.
so this is more or less the plan. In the next few couple of years, I think we will tour as much as possible.
That's sweet. Do you enjoy that part of it, right? Going out and touring the world and seeing different spots?
Of course, we are like we have a very nomad attitude. We like to travel a lot and meeting people and see new places, new nice people during the tours. You meet a lot of people that share with you this kind of attitude. And this is what the real thing we love is this. To meet people that uh, have this kind of attitude, that still believe that there is a heavy metal community that is actually a parallel world, in which we like to live. We feel alive in this world, because the real world sucks,
Yeah,
and the heavy metal community rules. We feel better when we go play and meet these people that listen to our music and live the way we live, and is the best part of the game.
yeah. It really, it gives you like faith in humanity again. Like, oh, we're all on the same page, and this is fun as shit. We had a
Yeah,
live show.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's that's one of the things that I always, that I feel and I say a lot is like the community within, the music is like it's second to none. The relationships you build, you go to a town a couple of times and all of a sudden, you all your friends are there and you're like, oh, I've like hell yeah, dude, I haven't seen you in a year or whatever that is, you know?
yeah, yeah. This is the best thing, it's something that you cannot achieve with digital things. I mean, I love the internet, and it gives many possibilities, but the real contact, is still the best thing you can do. Meeting people for real and talking with them is the best thing you can do.
For sure. Yeah. So in your years of touring, is there a place that you like to go more than any other place?
Do you mean in US or everywhere?
Just anywhere.
Not really. We love enjoying all the cultures around the world. So we are very curious, and we we it, it's. I think there's maybe only some part in Germany we don't like to go because it's always like very gray and cold. But the you know the rest of the world is quite fantastic. We we love to travel everywhere. We don't have a particular spot.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the world's a wonderful place, especially
Yeah,
when all you're doing is heavy metal. Like, oh shit, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I think so. And yeah, you can find it's like uh, finding your comfort zone everywhere. Because, for example, we've been everywhere. Been I told you in South Africa, and being there so far from home, and you think maybe it's a very different place, very different people, but in the end we are all the same.
Yeah.
And the people over there we're thinking the way we were thinking. We're loving the music we were loving. We're loving, having fun as we love to have fun. So everything is like connected in some way. So, and this is great, you know.
Yeah. 100%. And that's, that's the beautiful thing about music. And it doesn't, in my mind, it doesn't matter what kind, right? But like if you like pop, cool, like pop, that's your thing. If you like heavy metal, that's fine. Doesn't matter if you like punk or classical or whatever, you connect with people so easily when when you have that music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
It's so awesome. Um, So a lot of people that I've spoke with, when they're done writing an album, it's almost immediate. They start working on the next thing. Have you
Yeah, this
all,
is true.
have you all started working on whatever the next thing is going to be?
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like working. It's not like a job. It's about ideas. So
Yeah,
you cannot stop the
creativity.
flow.
Yeah.
You cannot stop that. So it's natural, I think, to having ideas for the next album or next songs you want to do. So we already started to put down some ideas, just like notes. It's not real songs, but we starting to plan the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not full songs, but you've got some ideas that could turn into some really cool shit.
Yes.
Right on. So how many albums have you all released at this point?
This is the, let's say, fourth album. Because last year we did like an album, but it was like a live album and was not like were not like new songs. Were like existing songs that we recorded as a live in a studio. It was the Morrisound Session. We were in Tampa, Florida, and we booked the legendary Morrisound. And we were touring, and we had just one day off between Tampa and Miami, and all the guys in the band were thinking, "Oh, cool, we will be in Miami with during the day off, and we will have some swimming, some, we hanging out on the beach." But I told them, "Sorry guys, I booked a studio. We will play today." What? Yeah, but they wanted to kill me. But in the end, I told them, "Look, guys, this is the Morrisound Studios." What? The Morrisound Studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So everybody was happy about that. It was like a really great experience because we knocked the door and Jim Morris opened the door, and it was like, oh my God, this man recorded like symbolic formulas fatal to the flesh, uh, so many great albums that we used to jam when we were kids.
Yeah.
So it was like a very nice experience to be in that studio and record some, even if it was not new songs, it was just like a live session in studio. It was great. We booked the studio for 3 hours and we did everything in 2 hours. So Jim told us, "Okay, guys, you finish. So if you want to cancel the third hour, you can do that. I will not charge you." And we told him, "No, no, no. We want to give this hour to talk with you about the good old days. About the Scott Bart, about the obituary demo recording and all the shit. We want to ask you." So it was very good day. And sorry, I skipped your question, but I wanted to talk about this.
No, that's totally fine. Totally fine. I mean, that's like how do you not want to be part of that like history of death metal and heavy music, you know?
Yeah, no. It's like, when we were kids and we were reading the thanks list in the booklet, and you always read like recorded at Tampa at Morrisound Studios. It was like a temple for us, like a church of
Yeah.
the death metal.
Yeah. What a great fucking experience. I mean, it's not swimming, but
But better is swimming in blood.
yeah. Yeah, swimming in blood. I love that. What are you doing today? I'm going swimming in blood. Oh shit. Good times. So over the next year, do you guys have like goals for the band or goals with touring or anything, like maybe a place you haven't been to that you'd really like to go to?
Yes, of course. We during this US tour, we will play in places we've never been, because it's always hard for us to come from Italy and spend a lot of time in US. But this time we will tour like the whole US. So we will be in Texas. We've never been there. We will be in Midwest. We've never been in many places in Midwest. I don't remember if we'll be in Kentucky actually, but we will be in many places in the Midwest, because actually we toured a lot the East Coast and West Coast, but never the South and Midwest. So we are very excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be cool. We've got a pretty crazy scene in the Midwest. We people are like,
I
I mean,
know.
it's the Midwest. You guys are kind of nerdy. Like, yeah, a little bit, but we totally get down.
Nice. Can't wait. Can't
Yeah.
wait.
Well, I'll have to definitely check out and make sure I hit up at least one of those shows. Sounds like it's gonna be just a killer fucking time.
Yeah. The lineup is crazy. Very very cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh shit. Now I'm like, I have so many concerts to go to. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Um, what
Let me know. Let me know if you will make it, and so we try to meet.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I
at
promise
some
you.
show.
I'll make it to a show and I will take you to KFC. You'll get your KFC.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I deserve that.
hell yeah. We'll just stand there and take a picture with KFC, like, hey, good shit. If you come to Kentucky, you can go to the very first KFC.
Wow. Yeah, is still work
Yeah.
is still existing?
Yep. Yep. Still exists. Still got a restaurant and everything there.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. It's, it's actually, we don't really care for the food itself, but the history is super, super cool. And of course, right, it's not just for us, it's not just a local thing. Like it took over the world.
Yes, it's true. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think someone was telling me, I think in Australia that it's kind of a classy restaurant. And I'm like, KFC to me is never classy. Like dress up in a tie, like no, but it's like, I don't know, just a little bit better than what it is here, I guess. Like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, actually, it's very different. I had KFC in Indonesia maybe, and it's very different from Europe and from US, of course, because the taste and of course the proportion is very small in Indonesia. It's like Asian size. I don't know.
You're like, I need like 3 meals so I can feel like I ate something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
I feel like that now. I'm like, I think I go to breakfast and I order 2 breakfasts and they're like, what are you doing? Like, I'm gonna eat. Like my wife's like, you're fat. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm getting there, but I like eating. So out of let's say aside from your band, out of all the bands that you've seen live, what band has really stuck out most to you as like, oh my God, that's like the best thing ever?
Hey, not easy. Very
No.
hard question.
Yeah.
Uh, it depends. I mean, speaking about energy, the first time I saw Madball from New York,
Yeah.
it was crazy, man. I was in the front row, and as they started with the first song, the girl that was beside me like lost one teeth
Oh shit.
instantly. It was like I said, "Wow, what was that? I love this violence, this energy. You know, everything was messing around. You know, it was like a very cool experience about energy. The hardcore shows always, you know, took me like uh, in another dimension in terms of jumping, moshing, and these kind of things. But speaking about music, I think the first time I saw Obituary, it was like, oh my God, you know, the groove and the atmosphere of that kind of riffing and sound and the vocals, you know, everything was like real death metal for me, you
Yeah.
know. In my mind it was, oh my God, I wanna play like this, you know.
Yeah. I love Obituary. They'll be here in just a couple of weeks and they're playing um in my mind, they're playing a really small room. I think it's like 300 or 350 capacity. And I'm like, oh, dude, that show is going to be out of this world.
Wow, very nice. I love the small clubs shows, you know, there is so much energy and real contact with the people, with the band. So I think it will be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be a great
Mhm.
time. We just had um, Knocked Loose. Are you familiar with Knocked Loose?
Yes, it's not my cup of tea, but I know the band.
Yeah,
It,
they did
yeah,
I gotta think. So they were doing album release and they played two big shows, which were like 2,000 capacity. And then they played that club Obituaries about to play. And it was like there were so many people in that place. Like you couldn't fart without someone feeling it, you know? Like, oh
wow.
shit. It was it was
Wow.
it was great though. Like so much energy. That's a live show that um I think you would really enjoy. Like, you know, very similar to Madball and like Sick of It All in the energy realm, you know.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Well, Dom, I don't want to keep you all day. I greatly appreciate you taking time out to come and hang out and chat with me about the band. I'm a, like I really enjoy you guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing the live show. Um, because until you told me, I didn't know what to expect. So now I'm like, all right, this is gonna be fucking awesome.
Thank you, Tom. It was a pleasure to speak with you and, you know, sharing some you know, things we have done with you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, and I hope to come in Kentucky soon, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, if you guys got an off day, maybe I'll just come and pick you up and bring you to Kentucky.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Have a great day, my friend.
Thank you. Bye bye. Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
See ya.